What's up, queens? It's Apoc, your favorite host and jealous hater, and welcome to the channel. So I never really thought that I would be making a video on Marissa, aka Not Another Housewife, but it seems she's kind of forced my hands here with her recent video, which was so clearly about myself, or at least more in my direction. Even though she didn't name me, it was extremely obvious, which, hey, you know, is fine. I don't care that she made the video. She's allowed to push out and say whatever she wants. Like, I don't care, but I'm also allowed to respond. Not that I'm saying she can't handle me responding, but there is some people who get confused when creators respond to like comments saying that we can't handle criticism and this and that, but that's just not the case. I just love to respond. I love conversation. I love dialogue. So that's what I'm doing here. And there are a lot of things claimed and stated within Marissa's video that were just very, very mind-numbing. And again, that's not shade. I have no real issues with Marissa. In fact, we're peers, we get along, and we agree on some things. So this isn't a hate video, nor am I going to troll her like I do everyone else. It's not even her as a person, it's just some of her takes are just bad. Plus, her bias towards the vloggers is extremely clear. I just feel like she gives them way too much grace. And not even really sure why. Maybe it's because she's a fan or whatever. I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a rational argument or a conversation. But come on, there are just some things you just can't ignore or argue against. And that's that these people use their children for money. They literally have clout babies. They view their children as content. You can say that I'm wrong, that's fine. You can have your opinion, but all you gotta do is click on their channels and it is clear as day. And I feel like most of the time when people make that judgment, it's based upon emotions and how you feel, because you don't want to believe somebody would do that. You don't want to believe that somebody has the capability of using their kids for money, even though there's like literal laws put in place because people have done the sort of thing. So again, anyone's welcome to their opinion, how they feel and all that, but I can literally prove that these people use their children for money. But anyways, before we get into the video, if you're enjoying the content and enjoying the tea, then consider subscribing to the Jealous Hater Squad. And if you don't, well, I'll strap you down to a chair, tape your eyelids open, and force you to watch and listen to one of KK and Baby J's Bates podcast episodes on repeat. And believe me, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Now, before we actually do dive deep into Marissa's video, let me give you guys an idea to what's going on to end all confusion. So Not Another Housewife pushed out this video. We need to talk about JesssFam and that picture, where she gave her thoughts on me and other creators, discussing JesssFam pushing out a revealing picture of her youngest daughter on Instagram, and us accusing Jess of intentionally baiting online weirdos for her own benefit, which she's not wrong. Yes, we do believe that. I especially believe that, and for good reason. But she also went on about how we are pushing out this false narrative against mommy vloggers that they're all shit stains or whatever, which again, she's not completely wrong, but the problem is it's not a false narrative because it's true. The proof is literally there all over the internet. She's just choosing to ignore it. Which, by the way, and I should have said this earlier, if you don't know who Not Another Housewife is, she's a fellow YouTuber in the commentary space that gives her opinions and thoughts on a lot of different things, but is mainly known for being hypercritical of the dad bod of YouTube, DCP, which, you know, valid, but I think that's enough. I think that sums all this up. So let's just get into what she has to say.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa. If you are new here, your favorite problematic housewife.
I'm wondering if she had that intro before me or after me. The favorite problematic housewife, because I have your favorite jealous hater. Not saying she copied me. I'm just like, it's funny how we have a similar intro.
We're going to be talking about mommy vlogger JesssFam. If you are unfamiliar with who JesssFam is, which most of you probably are, she is an OG mommy vlogger. Like,
yeah, she's been on for a hot minute, like 12, 13 years now, something like that.
She has been around a very long time. She has over 1 million subscribers at this point. She has been at this so long, and a lot of the anti-mommy vlogger community do not like her.
No, we don't, because she's one of the worst when it comes to exploiting her children. It's just so annoying and cringy when she milks the whole like custody thing and the teen mom thing. It's like, dude, give it up. I mean, just go to her TikTok. All you'll find is like the teen mom crap. It's like, dude, you're 30 now. It's been over a decade since you were a teenager. Just let it go already, bro. You're not a teenager, even though she wants to continue on acting like one. She might be 30, but she has the mindset of a teen.
A lot of videos get made about her. She's been in a lot of drama and controversy.
All created by her, by the way. She bullied those teenage girls. That was completely her fault. These little girls just had an opinion about her COVID stuff and whatever, and just freaked the hell out. Her and Sunkissed Mama, some burnt mama, they both did it. And then Jess dragged Janelle on her Instagram live. So yeah, Jess gets herself into drama and controversies, and there's other things, but it's all her doing. Ain't nobody else's fault but hers. And now there's this photo, this inappropriate photo. Regardless if people think if she's topless or not, or she's wearing a crop top, it is way too revealing and shouldn't be online. 100%, I'm not going to backpedal on that at all.
And yet again, JesssFam is being brought up, and I really had some thoughts on this situation. She's on a cruise with her family, and she's been posting photos. She did a set of photos on Instagram, and in the caption it said, "Go to the last photo and there'll be a fun surprise." And everybody freaked out.
We freaked out because if you go to the last photo, it was a revealing pic of her daughter in a reflection or whatever, and JesssFam captioned it a fun surprise. What's fun about that? That's what I think a lot of people are confused about. What's fun about that? The only thing her daughter is doing is taking a damn picture. It's not a surprise. She's taking a picture, and then she tagged her daughter's Instagram on there. It's weird, bro. That's just what it comes down to. It's weird.
Because you could see her daughter was taking the photo and she was in a reflection. People thought that her daughter was maybe not dressed or in some kind of compromised position.
Majority of people thought, or I wouldn't say majority, it's mixed reviews. You know, there's a lot of people saying that she's wearing like 3 different outfits.
That JesssFam is intentionally feeding her daughters to peas, and just a huge drama and blow up has popped off.
So just to be clear, I do believe JesssFam does that. Was it this instance? I don't know, but I think she does it on her YouTube channel. Absolutely. And it's disgusting and it's gross. That's the thing, is I don't want to be writing this. I don't want this to be real. I don't want this to be a thing, like, at all. I would rather not, but you're damn right I'm going to talk about it because it's a problem. Again, was she doing it with this Instagram thing? Maybe not. I don't know. But let's not sit here and pretend that JesssFam doesn't post inappropriate things online. She has done it all before. It is all there. This isn't a one-time thing.
Because of this situation, and I have a lot of thoughts. I'm first going to show you a picture of her daughter from the whole set of photos that she took. She had like 5 photos. They were clearly all in the same outfits in every single photo.
No, she's not wearing the same thing. I don't get where she's coming from here. It doesn't make any sense. You can literally go to the post and see Addie is wearing a dress in 2 different pictures. It's the same dress in those pictures, sure. Okay. But then there's another picture of her in a shirt and shorts. That's not the same thing. And then at the end, the last photo that Jess deleted, she wasn't even wearing the same thing. It didn't even look like the same shorts. So I have no idea what she's talking about here, like, at all. Like, were we seeing the same thing? Apparently not.
So this picture, you can clearly see that her daughter is fair-skinned. She's wearing a peach top and shorts, and it's sleeveless, and there's also a pattern of like spread out flowers. So after I saw the videos being made and the buzz around this, I went to go look at the Instagram photo myself and zoom in and look at it. Now, I'm not going to post the photo here because so many people think the girl is not wearing clothes.
Okay, but I just don't understand why you're not posting it, because you are 100% sure, right, that she was wearing a top, that she's just wearing the same thing. So what's the deal? Why aren't you posting it? There's a reason why I didn't post it, because for one, I don't post pictures of kids. Even if I use something in clip or whatever, I blur them out as much as I can because I don't like using kids on my stuff. I will talk about them for sure, but I will try to stay away from names, and sometimes they slip out. But you know, I definitely make sure in the editing process that when it comes to clips about the kids, no, they're blurred out. I don't want anything to do with that. So if I just do that in general, where I just blur their faces out, I would never post that.
And I don't want people to report my video, but I zoomed in, and it's very clear in my opinion that she is not undressed, that she is not in topless or anything like that.
Let's understand that is her opinion, and hey, valid. You know, we're all entitled to our own opinions and our own perspectives and our own feelings and all that noise. But opinions are not facts. Now, I could be wrong, okay? But from my perspective, Addie was topless. And I will express this. Housewife can express that she thinks I'm wrong. Cool. But to be honest, that's why you bring in receipts and evidence. And the evidence does kind of stack up against anybody who says that she was wearing a top, or at least that it wasn't revealing. You know what I mean?
And it's clear that she has the same top on. Now, some people were saying you could...
No, she's not wearing the same top. It's clear as day that that is not the same thing at all.
See her belly button. And in my opinion, the spot, if you look on the other picture, the flower is on where her belly button would be. So in my opinion, it's either the flower from the pattern or it's a reflection from the ocean or...
Wait, what? A reflection from the ocean? If you look at the reflection of her, Jess and Chris are like on the outside balcony or whatever. Addie's in the room. How is there a reflection from the ocean? And you would need something to reflect. It's not going to reflect a shadow or a dark spot. That's not how like reflections work. Also, that literally makes no sense because there were multiple patterns of the flowers all over that shirt she's talking about, and not just like one on the belly button. So why aren't there multiple black dots? The flowers are white, so why would there be a black dot? It was her belly button.
To me, as soon as I saw the picture, it was instantly obvious that she's wearing clothes. This girl is not undressed, in my opinion, or even in a crop top. If
I can get on board more that she was wearing a crop top than wearing the same thing she was wearing in that flower thing. The flower shirt was a lot more thicker and they had the designs and stuff like that. And you can tell the tone difference between the shirt and her skin. Maybe if there's a white crop top because she was far away as the reflection was more blended in, sure, okay, fine. But still though, even if it was a crop top, it's still too revealing to post online.
Wearing the same outfit that she was wearing in the previous photo. So what I did is I took the photo and like cropped the part that everybody's buzzing about. I put it in a Google Doc and I will link that below for everyone to click on, and they can see the photo for themselves because Jess did delete this photo. And
she did that for a reason.
People are also saying that because she deleted it, it means that it was a bad photo and she's being caught and called out. But I really don't think that's the case.
Her deleting the photo is a big deal because Jess doesn't delete things when there's drama. She takes that drama and she uses it as like content or for her to get her affirmations or whatever on Instagram Live. That's what she does all the time. She did it with Janelle and she did it with those teenage girls. But when she's in the wrong, she'll delete something. She's always done this. She's done this before when she's posted inappropriate things. All the evidence is in our videos or on her channel. And we know this from watching her.
Say about this situation. So I'm gonna try to keep my thoughts collected and organized, but you know me, sometimes I go off on tangents. I have an issue with this because for a lot of reasons. The girl is wearing clothes. I went back and forth of whether I was going to post the photo, show the photo, but my first issue is when you're making a video and you can't show the receipts, that means the audience has to trust what you're saying.
So I already know where she's going with this. She didn't show any receipts in her video, like at all. It was all edited with like a tropical thing and birds and stuff or fish, whatever, right? Cool. But there were no receipts within her video at all. She's about to go into this whole thing about how, well, if you can't post receipts, then how can we trust you? We just gotta trust your word. Like, yeah, kind of do, because I'm not a liar. You know what I mean? I didn't build my channel on lies. I built it on facts. That's why people trust my word.
Anybody can show a blurred photo, a covered up photo and said, yeah, this child is in a compromised position, but nobody can see it. So I don't really think it's fair to push a narrative about a mom showing her kid like that and then just say, well, you have to just believe me because I can't show it.
Okay, hold the phone. Marissa, are you saying you actually want me to post a picture of a child that I think is topless on my channel? What the actual fuck? Why would I do that? Like, I just went off about how I blur kids' faces. So if that's my style and that's my format, why the fuck would I post a picture of a topless child? I mean, I think she is, right? Why would I do that? On top of that, you just said that you didn't want to post it because you thought you would get flagged. It's a double-edged sword, man, no matter what I do. It's I post a picture and I get crap for posting a revealing picture of a little girl. If I don't post a picture, then I get slack for not showing receipts. That's not fair, but you're allowed not post it or show any receipts to what you're saying. It's not how this works, man. It works both ways. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
So I want everybody to go look for themselves because I am pretty positive that this girl was not undressed.
Let's note that pretty positive means she's not 100% sure that she was.
And if for some reason Jess comes out and says, yes, she wasn't wearing clothes, it was an accident, I will delete the Google Doc.
Again, that means she's not 100% sure.
But I think Jess deleted the photo because people are making videos and going around saying that her daughter is not wearing clothes.
Thinking and knowing are two different things. You can't just say, oh, Jess deleted it because she was getting slack online. That's not how Jess operates, man. Jess doesn't delete things unless she's in the wrong. Like I said, she will take drama and drag it out online to make money or just to belittle and degrade someone. She's done it countless times. She'll continue to do so. The only time she doesn't do that is when she is really in the wrong and has to delete it. It happened when she was twerking to Cardi B's WAP song in front of all her children, and she got ratioed on TikTok and had to delete it because it was highly inappropriate to do that. She couldn't drag it out and call it drama and do all these Instagram lives and make money off of it. No, because it was inappropriate and she knows it. She knew that it was wrong to do, so she just removed it and then went on. But when she knows she can get away with it, she will drag it online. That's how she operates, man. We watch these vloggers. I've watched so much of her content, of other people's content, because I do the research on them. And you figure out how they work, how they run their channels, and what they do. At least that's how I go about it with my channel and my content.
I really feel like this whole thing has been blown out of proportion. So much. I feel like a false narrative is being pushed that JesssFam is purposely trying to entice or, knowingly trying to appease her daughter. And that's just the most disgusting narrative that can be pushed about a mother.
And here's the thing too. I don't hate JesssFam. I don't hate mommy vloggers. I hate their behavior sometimes, sure. I dislike what they do and how they use their children, okay. But the things I bring up aren't false narratives. Like, believe me, I would rather not be talking about this right now. I would rather not be right. I would rather these kids be able to have their privacy and all this and all that. But that's not the reality here. And so that's why I make the videos. That's why I'm here. Of course I do it to make money. I've stated this countless times. I wouldn't be here without money. But just because I want a paycheck doesn't mean I don't actually care about these children. I'm not here to save them. Never claimed it, never say it, won't ever say it. But when I see a wrongdoing, I will be pointing it out.
And in my opinion, it's not okay because I don't think that's what she was doing. She was posting an innocent photo.
Let's note, thinking is not facts. That's just going based off of what you think, your opinions, and how you feel. You don't know for sure.
I don't think she would post that knowing that her daughter is not dressed and then literally tell people to go look at it. I just don't see it. That seems really crazy.
It's not crazy. If you watch JesssFam, you know she's done these things before. She has literally, and I'm trying to find out, I can't remember which vlog it was. I know I've said this before, and I have it on my channel. I have it in a video, actually. I'm searching for it, and I'll find it, and I'll bring it up soon as I can, as soon as I find it. But she posted a picture of her youngest daughter wrestling with her brothers naked on camera, and the only thing that was covering up her daughter, fully nude, by the way, not just topless, fully nude, was JesssFam's hand. And you could see revealing parts of her daughter. It was disgusting. And what did she do? She removed it because she knew it was wrong.
Your opinion is different. You can leave it down below. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was, say JesssFam did post the photo and not know that her daughter was indisposed.
I don't know how you couldn't know. She literally pointed it out.
How is making a YouTube video on YouTube a completely different platform and telling your audience that JesssFam, which, everyone says all the time, there's peas everywhere, peas are watching. So to make a YouTube video and tell all the creeps out there that JesssFam has her daughter like that on Instagram so they can go look and try to zoom in or whatever, and some creep is trying to go see that her daughter's like that, how is that helping the situation?
Marissa, what the hell makes you think that there are online weirdos like that on my channel, those people would not be following. Those people would actually hate me because I speak out against family vloggers who exploit their children. The online weirdos are watching vloggers. They're not watching anti-family vloggers. Maybe Josh, you know what I mean? But me? No, absolutely not. They wouldn't be watching me. They would be watching JesssFam. That makes no sense at all. Also, let's backtrack a little bit to where you said that I should have showed receipts on my video, you know, of a young girl who I thought was topless. But then you start talking about how online weirdos could get a hold of my video and then go view it for herself. Like, I don't understand. Which one do you want? You know, do you want me to post it? Do you not want me to post it? Like, what's up? And then on top of that, pretty sure my following of 8,000 followers is nothing compared to her like 400 and something thousand on Instagram. Pretty sure they have no problem finding it themselves. Because again, they're not watching me, watching her.
How is that helping the situation to bring more attention to it? If you see somebody and they accidentally do something like that, you should make them aware.
Just FYI, you making a video on it right now and putting the picture in a Google Doc, and you're the one who has the picture now and just deleted it, although I think it's still on Facebook. But point being, you made a Google Doc, you have the picture, and then you're making a video on it telling people to go look at it. So you're kind of doing the same exact thing, bringing more attention to it and literally leading people to that photo. Just saying.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe make them aware, send them a message, leave a comment as nice as possible.
JesssFam? You clearly don't know Jess.
But to make YouTube videos about it, just to call her out and make her look like some horrible mother and use this little girl to do it is not okay in my opinion. And I know some people are going to get annoyed with me.
Okay, look, JesssFam exploits her kids. You know, there are other videos I can make, you know, on vloggers to point out bad things they do and bad behaviors they have, right? But JesssFam really exploits her children, and that's what they do. Like, I'm trying to bring awareness to child exploitation and manipulation of younger people. Why wouldn't I bring up their children? That makes no sense. That's literally like the whole point in the whole argument.
A lot of the anti-mommy vloggers, the audience, they don't like me. They think I'm crazy. I don't even care because I've been watching this situation since it unfolded, and I am shocked at the narrative being pushed. I am shocked at what people are saying. How does this help the little girl? If people are so worried about this little girl and her being humiliated, why would you make videos saying that she's naked? That doesn't make any sense to me. How is that going to help her? What if she's in school? She goes back to school after vacation and JesssFam is so popular. What if the kids in school find the videos talking about her and then they start bullying her and picking on her, saying that she wasn't wearing clothes on Instagram?
Her friends aren't going to find my channel of 8,000, and even if I get bigger, the Instagram and her YouTube channel are already out there. So if people are watching, they're gonna watch it anyways. No one's going to bully her daughter because of my videos. If anything, they would do it because of JesssFam's videos. Let's also not forget that JesssFam has her Just channel. What if one of their friends come across that, where they find out that Jess has threesomes and she has to get drunk in order to do it? You know, promoting to young girls, young women, that if you feel uncomfortable in a sexual situation, to just get drunk and then you can consent to it. That's literally what Jess promoted to young people. I think we need to worry about that a lot more.
I really think that a lot of people don't think about these things. They want to jump and make a video about these mommy vloggers, but they really don't consider the implications of how you could be hurting the child more.
Again, it's not hurting the child more, but by the way, if we're going by that logic, like I said, you're bringing attention to it too. You're making a video on it. What if her daughter gets a hold of your video and she finds out that other creators made videos on her mom and then she went to check those videos out? But that was because of you. Plus, you also created a Google Doc with her picture in it. What if she's like, I don't want that online, but you put it online too? You see, I don't have a problem with you doing what you're doing, but what you're saying contradicts everything you're doing or saying. It literally makes no sense whatsoever.
I really think people need to take a step back and say, hey, is doing commentary on this going to help, or is it going to cause more damage? And in my opinion, this entire situation is causing more damage.
I completely completely disagree because of the backlash that Jess got. She deleted the picture. So mission success. We did it.
I don't think telling everyone that this poor girl is on Instagram not wearing any clothes and taking pictures of her parents is the right way to go about it, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to gatekeep or be the moral police or think I'm better than anybody. I just can't fathom why people are blowing this out of proportion so bad and pushing this horrible story that JesssFam is doing this to her daughter and humiliating this girl by telling thousands of people that her mother put her on Instagram with no clothes on.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time, you know what I mean? Seeing my video isn't what's going to hurt her. It's just doing these things. The root of the problem, you know what I mean? I can't stand when people use these arguments. It's the same arguments that the family vlog community uses against me all the time. Well, what if they see these videos? You know what? Good. I don't care. I don't care if the kids see these videos. I want them to. I want them to become aware of what their parents are doing because it's wrong. And educating people, no matter who they are, is always a good thing. These videos are not going to get her daughter bullied at all. Do you know what will? All of the videos on JesssFam's channel.
I feel so bad for JesssFam's daughter in this situation. What if she sees these videos and she's being talked about and she's being like telling people to go look at her photo and see how she's not wearing clothes and see that, you know, her mother's being called a P.
Like, aside from like the P part, Marissa, you literally created a Google Doc. She created a Google Doc, linked it in her video, and told people to go look at that. She's doing the same thing that she's bitching about right now.
You know, being predatory and sending crazy and disgusting. And I really felt compelled to make this video because I just keep seeing video after video after video being made. Please go look at the photo because she's not. I know people might say, well, why are you making a video about it? Why are you telling people to go look at the photo? Because of the narrative that's already been put out there.
But you're adding to it. You're saying for other people to stop and not to do that and to think about it. You can't tell people to not putting out the content like this or talking about this and then do it yourself, because no matter what, at the end of the day, even if you're a counter argument, you were still doing the same thing. You still have a link to the picture. You created it. You're the only one that has the picture. You're the only one that linked the picture as far as I know. I didn't even tell anybody to go look. I said it was on her Instagram and everyone else went to go look for themselves. But you're doing the same thing by adding to it. Again, even if you're a counter argument, it doesn't matter. You're still doing the same exact thing.
To say that JesssFam, it was liking comments, they were jokes. She was liking some comments about people saying, oh, you know, she's gonna entertain people. I don't think Jess realized at first what actually was going on.
No. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. This to me actually was Marissa pushing out a false narrative. She even got called out for this in her comment section I saw, but she didn't even point out that full comment that she just said, oh, she's going to entertain people. Well, for one, how do you not understand that, right? JesssFam liked that comment. The comment was way more than that. Marissa didn't even talk about the full comment. She just said the entertainment part. But right before that person said about entertainment, so this was the full comment thread. Addie is a good photographer, LOL. Then this other person, which I consider an online weirdo for saying this disgusting shit. For real, she's gonna be a photographer with no clothes on. I wonder what that means. And JesssFam liked all three of those comments. So what do you mean she doesn't understand? It's already established. They're talking about her daughter. They said her name. They said she's going to be a nude photographer, which means they thought that she was topless. And then they say she's going to entertain people. That's some weird shit if you ask me. I mean, come on, it's clear as day. And she liked all of it. What do you mean she didn't understand? It is clear what is going on there. But the bigger question here is, you talk about false narratives, Marissa, but then you leave out, and I watched this whole video through to make sure, but you left out the part of that person saying the new photographer thing and that they were talking about her daughter. So JesssFam knew. It kind of seems like you were the one pushing out the false narrative here. You talk about receipts or whatever, but you don't give full context to what that comment was about. It's a little weird. You can't talk about other people not showing receipts and then you not giving full context to the receipts.
And she eventually deleted the photo, not because, in my opinion, not because she did something wrong, but because people are spreading this narrative.
That's your opinion. Which, by the way, that comment, she liked those comments. The nude photographer thing, which somebody implied that her daughter is going to be a nude photographer. Why? Because they thought that she was nude or topless or whatever, and she was taking a picture. It's 2 + 2. That's what was going on. JesssFam would have to be blind, deaf, and dumb to not understand this. Straight up. And I know she's a mommy vlogger, but still, she knew what was going on. She liked the comments. If her daughter wasn't topless, then why would she like those comments? And why wouldn't she reply? She was replying to other people. If that comment wasn't bad, then why did she delete it? She didn't understand it. Why would she delete it? You know what I mean? It doesn't go with your argument, Marissa. It just doesn't. It stacks against you, actually.
That her child is not wearing clothes. Of course, I would delete the photo too and try to like diffuse the situation and make it go away. Because now this poor girl has videos talking about her.
Not the first time. You know what I mean? We expose vloggers on here. But to be fair, when we expose these people, we don't show the kids' faces. We just talk about like what the mom's doing. Like when JesssFam claims that her kids have full control, and then I show that her kids don't have full control by what her oldest daughter said, saying that her mom doesn't give them full control. It's the best example to use.
You have to think of that. Like you guys are talking about her not being in clothes on Instagram. If her friends see that, if her kids at school, they're gonna see that and really believe that.
A lot of people believe that. Adults believe that. There is at least 50% of people, maybe even 60% of people who thought that she was topless. But her friends are gonna see it and bully her or whatever for being topless. But not because Jess posted the picture, but because of us talking about the picture. No, that's not how this works. No, not at all.
And you can't show the photo because you think that it's inappropriate. So what, people just have to take your word for it, and now the whole audience that's watching you is going to believe this whole story when it's...
Yes, they're going to believe me because, like I said, I didn't build my channel on lies and deceit and manipulation. I prove a lot of things. I don't just claim things all willy-nilly. I actually do show receipts. Like the comment, you left out the context to that comment. And then on top of that, let's just go with like DCP logic here. We know that you got his clip of his children from his channel and then blurred it out, right? Were we supposed to just trust you that those were his kids that you blurred out? I mean, why didn't you show his kid? I mean, we know they were his. We know it. For one, he struck your channel, right? But by your logic, how do we know that was true at the time? That you weren't trying to push out some sort of false narrative because you just blurred out and claimed that those were his children, right? I believe you. I've used that clip before and he couldn't do it to me. But still, that logic applies to you as well. On top of, you make videos all the time about DCP, like all the time. And girl, you go after him. Hey, and I'm here for it, man. I love me the DCP shit. But you go after him hardcore, man. And he has children too. Young children. What if one of their friends sees your video on DCP and they get bullied for it? Oh, your dad's a piece of shit. Your dad's a misogynist, sexist, garbage can. That applies to you as well. Your videos could lead to one of his kids getting bullied by your logic. You think he's a piece of crap and you expose him. Okay, fine. I think Jess is a piece of crap, so I expose her. So how come there can't be a balance there? How come the mommy vloggers get this like pass, but DCP doesn't? Again, I'm all for the DCP shit, man. I am 100% on board with that. I love it. In fact, I'm one of the most critical of him as well, on top of you, and I go after him hard. But the point is, by your logic and your mentality on things, your videos can hurt his kids. That's your logic, not mine. You pointing out that their dad's a racist could be bad. What if one of his kids get beat up because you said that their dad is racist and some kid finds out and they decided to beat his kid up because they beat up racist? You know what I mean? You see where I'm going with this? This logic is so easily broken. And all you're doing by making video after video after video is just adding to their embarrassment. It's literally the same exact logic. And all it's doing is making you look like a hypocrite. Like it really is. A lot of the things in this video, it's just super, super hypocritical, man.
Most likely not even true. I am just blown away sometimes at the videos that get made about these moms. I just am scratching my head at why this would be happening right now.
Because it just happened randomly. Things happen randomly. I mean, it's like the okay baby breakup, you know, just randomly happened. So we, you know, capitalized.
The entire anti-mommy vlogger kind of community has always confused me because on one hand, you know, they will say this poor kid, this kid's being exploited, this kid's being shown like this. These parents are doing horrible things for their kids, yet they're making videos that are making the situation worse.
No, not at all. Mid take, bad take. No, that's not how that works. Because us talking about how these people exploit their children doesn't make the exploitation worse. It points it out. Does it change anything? No, absolutely not. These vloggers will not stop because the money's just too damn good. But the point is, what the vloggers do to their children is a lot worse than us making videos on it. Let's take Brittany and Moore, whatever. She's the prime example of this. She was family vlogging. She quit family vlogging. The reason why was because it was toxic for her. It was creating a toxicity in her household. And then it even messed with their marriage. And then somebody found her child online in a video game because of the vlogging. That literally happened. She admitted to it. The videos on her channel talking about it. Somebody found out from her vlog channel what game she plays and how to find her. And they found her daughter on a video game and were talking to her about personal things, the layout of their home, and private information that they should only know, but they don't. But they're not the only ones that do, because they exploit their children and they don't have any privacy or any limits. And now she's back doing the same thing. She didn't quit family vlogging. She stopped and then saw the money drop and she went right back to it. She's choosing money over children. And I'm making another video on the situation, but me talking about it isn't going to make it worse for them. You know what's going to make it worse? When someone else shows up to their front door, not because of me, but because of the blueprint that Brittany left for them on a silver fucking platter. That logic, Marissa, is just absolutely ridiculous.
So I don't understand. This is what Dad Challenge podcast does. He will make a video and bring more attention to something while crucifying the mother for the same thing. And all of these channels are making money. Okay, they're gonna get ads, they're gonna get views, they're gonna get subscribers.
You mean like you're doing now, right? You're making a video on it. There were ads in this video. I cut them all up, although I left one just to show like, hey, look at ads. I love doing that. That's my thing. But you're making a video on it right now. You're talking about it right now. You're making money right now. You could gain subs from this video right now, talking about the same situation that you say nobody should be talking about. You're doing the same thing.
And they're making money off talking about this little girl.
No, we're not making money talking about the little girl. We're making money talking about the inappropriate and revealing photo that her mother posted on Instagram. It's not about the little girl. It's about JesssFam not giving her kids any privacy.
Having no clothes on Instagram. Like, you have to really think about how gross that is.
Not as gross as JesssFam posting those things online. At least that's my opinion.
And you can't say that the mom is such a horrible mother for something that most likely didn't happen while you're sitting there making videos talking about this, not even showing the proof. You have a blurred photo that nobody can even see. It's extremely irresponsible to do that, in my opinion.
Again, why would I post a picture of a little girl that I think is topless? Why would I do that? I mean, the reason why you didn't do it, even though you're so sure that she's wearing a top, is because it would have got flagged, right? So I should post a picture that's just gonna get flagged? That makes no sense. Then I would get grief if I actually posted the picture. There's no winning here at all. That's why I chose the route of saying it's on JesssFam's Instagram. And if you go through my comment section, you will find a ton of comments saying that they reported the photo. What did people do? They went over there and they did their thing. And I didn't tell people to do it. I didn't tell people to go over there. I didn't tell people to report it. Nothing. They just did it on their own. They trusted me with the information and I trusted them to absorb it and do what they're gonna do. Some agreed, some didn't. It doesn't matter. But you posted a blurred clip of DCP's children. So by your logic, you did exactly what you're speaking out against now. Do we know they were his kids? Yes. He struck your channel. But how are we supposed to trust you? Blurred out a clip, right? Can't do that, apparently. Like I said, this video was extremely mind-numbing.
And that's why it's a tricky situation, because if the girl wasn't wearing clothes, you obviously can't show that.
No,
but then maybe you shouldn't make a video about it because you can't show the receipts of that.
No, but I can kind of direct people like you did. You didn't show the receipts either. You just said like, here's the link in the Google Doc, blah, blah, blah. You didn't show the receipts in the video. You didn't show any receipts in the video, actually. And then on top of that, again, you didn't even show the full comment about how Addie's going to entertain people because she's like a nude photographer or whatever. You didn't show that part. You deliberately didn't show it, and you deliberately chose not to read out the full comment. You saw it. It's on my channel. You saw it. If anybody looks like they're trying to push a false narrative, Marissa, it's you because of that action alone.
Very tricky thing to talk about, and it's just If you really were worried about the well-being of the child, you wouldn't be making a video on YouTube about it. You wouldn't be getting ads money from it. You wouldn't be getting thousands of views and subscribers and making money off the situation.
I report for a paycheck. That's what I do. I know nothing's going to change from the video, although it did, because guess what? Me making the video, making people aware, and they did what they did, got the photo taken down. So it did do something actually this time. You know, most of the time it doesn't do shit, but this time it actually did something. So now that photo's off, and the only one who has it out of all of us, who's shown it out of all of us, who has a link to it out of all of us, is you. So do what you will with the information, I guess.
You cannot say that JesssFam is doing this to her daughter and exploiting her kids when everyone else is exploiting her family as well.
Called capitalizing on crappy people. Not like the whole family in general, but Chris is crappy, Jess is crappy, you know what I mean? And I'm going off of their content. It doesn't matter if it's something bad or good or whatever. You use people's names. You exploit their name for your own benefit as well. So these arguments, man, they are just not it.
It seems extremely hypocritical to me, disgusting.
Sorry, but this whole video was hypocritical. Honestly, it really was. By your mentality on things.
And dangerous to be pushing a narrative like this.
No, but it's not dangerous for these people to give out all their information so that some random can find their children on a video game. No. Or have people come to their home or any of that. No, me talking about just posting an inappropriate photo is the dangerous thing.
To be dragging this girl's mom, who is JesssFam. Now, do I agree with JesssFam all the time? No. I barely even watch her. I'm not a fan of her. I'm all for her making money, being a teen mom, and like doing her thing.
She's not a teen mom. She's 30.
Don't watch videos like that unless I need to, but...
What do you mean you need to? Oh. There it was. You hear that music? That was an ad, which means she's making money. That's what I was talking about. She's making money off the video. So she's monetized it. She's talking about it. Did she gain subs of it? I don't know. But point is she did the same thing that she's complaining about.
Exploit every situation that these moms are in and make money off it while you are dragging the mom and saying that she's exploiting her kid is just outrageous to me.
Well, I mean, you can think it's outrageous, that's fine, but it's a false equivalency. You can't compare somebody who's exploiting every bit of their child's life online for money to somebody who's just using a name online and like vlogs, but also who try to keep the kids out as much as possible unless it's like serious. And this is a serious situation. Can't compare it, Marissa.
And I wish people would really take a step back and think about it. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm disappointed in the entire kind of mommy vlogger commentary community at this point. The types of videos that are made, you know, and all these people go after Dad Challenge podcast. You can't really do that when you're doing the same thing that he does.
Now you sound like his community. You do the same thing he does. No, we don't. Like, at all. I never claimed that I was nice. I'm an asshole. I'm mean sometimes. You know, I troll people too. But there's a huge difference with DCP and what I do. The dude literally belittles and degrades women. I don't do that. And he does it like because they're women. Just because I'm brash or blunt and I hassle Jess, it doesn't mean I hate her or like I'm attacking her because she's a woman. But DCP literally loves to bash women. He has said he's allowed to comment on women who want to wear makeup or have surgeries or whatever. He's misogynistic and sexist. None of us are doing those things. Plus, if we are a lot like him, you know, then after this video I could throw down a DOX, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to. I'm not even going to look into information or any of that because I'm not like it. I don't want to do that because you know why? I'm not like him. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I don't like to scare women like he does. You know what I mean? Use these scare tactics against people. I would never do it to you or Jess or anybody. There was people wanting me to talk about KK and Baby J's tax information before they talked about it. I would never do that. I never did it until they start talking about themselves, and I only talked about the things that are public by them. Same thing about their house. People wanted me to reveal where they lived. They gave me their address and I didn't do anything with it. You know why? Because I don't want to put them in danger. That's the stuff that DCP does, is put these people in danger. So you comparing us to him, that's a little if you ask me, because you're comparing us to this fucking monster, this devil, this soulless both from Canada. You're comparing us to him. Like, really? Just because we have an opinion on JesssFam and what she does, even though we do prove things and don't push out false narratives? What narrative that JesssFam's a shit stain? I've proven that time and time again, man. There's these TikTokers who were selling their daughters' pictures, their very young daughter, minors, pictures online, and had their measurements on their waist and everything on the website. And I wonder who was buying those. I guarantee it wasn't other 6-year-olds. And if you don't think JesssFam would do the same, you're out of your mind. Has she? No. These people have no limits, man. This girl filmed her own grandmother's death, for Christ's sake. The process to, and filmed their kids reacting to their grandmother dying. And while her daughter's crying, she's making sure the camera's all lined up and ready to show the kids crying, and then shoves it in their faces. These people have no limits, and they do deserve some heat. But there's a big difference with being blunt and brash and railing on them and degrading them. Big difference. So again, it's up that you're comparing us to that guy.
He nitpicks the moms, he pushes false narratives, he doesn't always show receipts, or he twists the receipts to fit his own narrative.
Isn't that what you did with the comment? And again, there's no false narrative here at all. I prove so much stuff. Why aren't you on my ass about the KK and Baby J stuff, where I'm claiming that they lied about miscarriages and infertility? I mean, that's a big claim, but I have proved things against Jess that you still disagree with. So it doesn't matter about proof because you are biased towards mommy vloggers.
He makes up things, he blows things out of proportion, and a lot of people are doing that right now.
No one made up anything. Like, even if I was wrong about her daughter being topless, I wasn't trying to make up anything or push this false narrative. I genuinely thought, or still think, that that's the case. I believe it. I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm trying to bring awareness. There's a difference. I'm not trying to push anything. I'm not trying to twist any stories. I'm not like that. I'm not Jess. Jess's channel is literally about twisting narratives. So I just find it funny. You're talking to somebody who doesn't twist anything for his own gain. I literally show nothing but proof all the time. I never lie in my videos, ever. But you're defending someone who constantly lies and manipulates and twists things and takes things out of context. Jess does these things all the time, and you're defending her over somebody who tells the truth.
And it really sucks to see because I like a lot of the creators, but in this specific situation, I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with any of the videos that have been made so far on the situation. I don't think they are logical or reasonable. I feel like they are going based off of emotion because they don't like JesssFam.
No, that is what you are doing, Marissa. This entire video is nothing but projection because, again, you showed no proof at all. All you did was go off of your feeling. I think, or I believe, or I assume. I speculate, but no facts, no receipts in your video, no nothing. And again, like I keep mentioning, because keep bringing it up, you didn't even show the full comment. You just write off something so that Jess probably didn't understand. That's why she deleted the comment. No, comment was understandable. It was clear as fucking day, and you didn't read it off. So again, you're pushing a narrative, or you're not being fully transparent. You're not being completely honest. There's a reason why you left that out, because you're biased against the vloggers and you knew that it looked bad against Jess. So that's why. And then you go, oh, I just assumed she just took it down. But why would she take it down if she didn't understand? It makes no sense at all. And you're doing everything that you're complaining about in this video.
And here's the thing, commentary channels started because they were, the whole genre in general, saying we're different than T channels. You know what I mean? We're different. We show the facts.
I show facts, evidence, and all that stuff all the time, but I'm also a T channel. I talk about drama, I talk about everything, but then I have really good in-depth videos that no one can really argue with. So I'm kind of like all the above.
The receipts, we show things and we're logical and reasonable and we think, you know, critical thinking.
Yeah.
T channels kind of just gossip and throw up, you know, false narratives and take things out of context, and they don't care about anything. And I feel like the commentary community has just gone to shit lately, and I'm just so disappointed in so many people of what they're doing and what they're okay with saying and doing on their channel. I would never tell someone how to run their channel, but when you are pushing out dangerous accusations and saying that, you know, moms are giving their children to creeps and weirdos and it's disgusting. No, saying that is disgusting.
But not doing the things are disgusting, right? Like, let's ignore the baiting stuff. Let's talk about, again, me saying that Karen Swan faked the miscarriage. That's a bold claim, man. That's a bold ass claim. She never spoke out against that. Why? Does she believe me? Who would lie about that though, right? Who would lie about faking a miscarriage and infertility for over 2 years? I mean, Karen would. But who would do that? That's a bold ass claim. And a lot of people have said it's disgusting. There's a decent amount of people from her community have come over and says, Karen's community, and said that I'm gross for implying this, but I can prove it. I can prove everything I say. I don't use the Addie topless thing as the argument to say that Addie was topless. I use that comment as the main argument because it is very telling. She deleted it because it was bad and she liked it and it implied that her daughter was topless.
Making videos like that is disgusting. And I'm sorry if I'm offending somebody or upsetting people or anything like that, but I gotta keep it real. This has been on my mind for a while. This situation kind of pushed me to talk about it and just kind of say how I'm feeling. The anti-mommy vlogger community, I don't know what you guys are doing, man. I really don't. I feel like people want to prove so bad that they are right, that these mommy vloggers are awful, they're horrible parents, they are exploiting their kids. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's literally the point of my channel, is to prove that these people are bad. I can't just claim things and then go, guys, I'm right. I actually have to prove them, and I'm proud to prove it, because then people believe you and you start something, you get a community and all that. So yes, that's the goal. It's not an ego thing either. Like, I'm not like, yes, I told you guys I was right. Ha! I might be a little troll sometimes. This is how I am, but it's never an ego thing. That's DCP. That's why he's so worried about like Preston Kira being married or whatever, or I was first to the story. It's all ego, narcissistic bullshit. For me, it's not ego. It's just that I'm like a debater, you know what I mean? And so when I'm right, I will say I told you so. But again, I'm not trying to be egotistical. I'm just trying to tell you, like, you were wrong.
Any situation and run with it just to prove their point. Like, see, ha. When you are at that point where you want to prove your argument so bad that you will talk about a little girl on Instagram, I really think you need to take a step back, because proving a point and having a gotcha moment at one of the moms is not worth humiliating a child.
Again with this, yeah, because my video exposing certain things, and by the way, it's not about the little girl, it's about JesssFam posting the picture about the little girl. I mean, that's what it is. But me talking about it isn't going to humiliate her. It's her mother who posted constantly.
It's not. And if you think that it is worth it, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's fucked up. It's getting dangerous. It's getting crazy.
How's it getting dangerous? You had no problem with me saying that DCP is a predator. I've been saying this all year long. No problem with that. But isn't that dangerous for him and his kids or whatever? Oh, but better not do it to the mommy vloggers. Marissa, you're looking like a big hypocrite here, and I really do hate to see it.
The making fun of and accusing people of exploiting and purposely doing this to their kids and intentionally harming their kids. It's just getting so out of control, and I feel like everybody has lost it. Like, your dislike for mommy vloggers is clouding your judgment, in my opinion.
Well, in my opinion, absolutely not, by the way, because for one, I'm like half sociopath, so the emotions aren't even there, you know what I mean? But secondly, in my humble opinion, I believe that housewives' bias towards mommy vloggers is clouding her judgment, because she's acting as if vloggers don't exploit their children when they fucking do.
And I really hope nobody is offended or upset.
I'm not offended, by the way. Not offended at all. Housewife, if you're watching this, no hate. There ain't no shade. This is like, I'm in like debating mode. You know what I mean? Maybe you can make a response video to this. I'll be more than happy to, keep this train going,
By this video, I really just want and hope that you will hear my side and kind of think about the other side of things, and just really,
I talk about exploiting children. The other side are the child exploiters. There's no win-win there. You want us to be able to just go, hey, JesssFam, can we talk for a minute? I messaged JesssFam, not about this, but about another situation, and she never answered me. So do you think we can just message her? No, but me making a video, but she did see it and she got backlash, because for one, my video and with my community, the voice was amplified. You get what I'm saying? The photo's gone, and that's the entire point. That's all I wanted. And now it's gone. Now I'm happy.
Reevaluate what you're doing and saying when it comes to these moms. Everyone is turning into Dad Challenge podcast.
Oh my God. How are we turning the DCP? It literally makes no sense. Okay, how about this, Marissa? I already explained it. I'm not going to get into it again. But how about this one? how about you take some DCP clips and then take clips from my channel, right? Maybe this can be your response. Take clips from his channel and clips from my channel and then compare us. And when he's rating and degrading women and belittling them as women and all this, I want you to find clips on my channel and show me saying those same exact things. I guarantee you're going to have a pretty hard time. If you say you are now claiming that we're turning in the DCP, show the receipts to that. Don't just claim things, right? That's not what we do. We show those hardcore evidence. So I expect to see a video where you're comparing me and DCP because apparently I'm turning into him. Although there's a full head of hair there, so.
I don't want to see that. And it's really easy to turn into a channel like that.
No, it's not.
When you are constantly talking about these moms and, you know, looking at every situation they're in and making these videos and the audience is hyping you up and saying, yes, you're right. We don't like them. They're horrible parents. And it's just,
I never really comment on parenting unless it's kind of like necessary, you know what I mean? I don't really do the whole, you know, parenting somebody else's kids or telling parents how to parent or any of that. I do call out problematic things I do see, but I never like mom shame or anything like that at all. Unless it's like a serious situation, but just in general, absolutely not.
It creates this entire toxic world and community of just hate and bitterness. And you get really wrapped up in it. And I don't want to see that from a lot of these creators. I really don't. And I hope things change. I hope that maybe some people can sit back and say, yeah, me talking about a little girl having no clothes on Instagram, if it was true.
God, I've already said this like 3 times, Marissa. It's about just posting it. It's not about the actual situation. I don't care that she was topless. I care that it was online. Or even if it was just revealing, I care that it was online.
That's crossing a line and it's hurting the girl. It is hurting the child to push a narrative that her mother put her on social media like that.
Her mother has documented all of her children, their entire lives. They know nothing about privacy, so.
And I hope that none of her friends or kids at school find those videos and see it. And if they do, hopefully they'll find this one, because I'm telling all of you right now, that child was wearing clothes.
But if they find yours, it can lead that to ours. You're adding to it. Again, it doesn't matter if you're a counterpoint or not, you're still adding to it. I don't know how you don't understand this.
She was wearing clothes. So please.
Earlier, she didn't sound so sure about that.
Stop pushing that disgusting false narrative, because it's not okay.
No, you know what's not okay is pretending that this is a one and done thing, like it was only a one-time thing. Jess has posted a picture or clips or whatever of her daughter full nude on the vlog and barely covered up. It's happened before.
It's harming people. It's harming families to say things like that. It is harming the children to say these things. Let's keep it to YouTube gossip. Let's keep it to this mom was throwing shade at that mom.
But what if those moms' daughters are friends and they find out that those moms are beefing? Then are those daughters going to beef with each other if they watch the videos, or are they going to be made fun of? You know what I mean? This logic doesn't stop at one thing. It applies to it all.
We stop crossing the line into things like this, please. I will say it again. You cannot crucify Jess and drag her and say that she doesn't care about her children when you are literally causing more harm.
You're the only one with the link to the photo. I never showed the photo. I talked about it. I never showed it. She deleted it. You're the only one left with the photo and telling people to go look at it. If anybody's leading right now, it would be you.
Because how do you know you're not sending weirdos who don't even know about her Instagram? Or
she has 400 and something odd thousand people on there. Pretty sure that trumps my 8.
Whatnot, who come across your video. It's a very fine line in commentary.
My videos on the situation, you wouldn't even know it was about her child. Like, go look at the titles and thumbnails. You wouldn't even know that it was about a minor.
Whether you're helping and giving your opinion or you're causing more harm than good. Nobody wants to cause more harm than good. And I don't think anybody has bad intentions or wants to do that. So hopefully you can see and just wake up and be like, wow, yeah, that's really true. Why would I be talking about this when I'm saying I'm concerned for children? And, you know, a lot of them can say, oh, well, you know, I'm not saving the kids. I don't pretend I'm saving the kids. Josh will openly say he's trying to save the kids. You may not do that, but you are constantly bringing up kids. You are constantly bringing up parenting, mom shaming.
I don't really do the parenting stuff and the mom shaming stuff, like I said. But of course I would bring up the children when I'm talking about child exploitation. That's the point.
You are constantly using the children as an argument.
I find it funny that you're saying this, Marissa, yet you have used DCP's kids as an argument as well. You used that as an argument to prove that DCP was a hypocrite. That's what you did. So you used the child as an argument. You're doing the same thing. You are being very hypocritical in this video because there are multiple things that we talked about already, and you do them all. To be honest, it's kind of like you're more like DCP than any of us. Just because we can be mean or talk about mommy vloggers or whatever doesn't make us like DCP. No, what makes people like DCP is saying that people are hypocrites while doing the same thing that you're complaining about. It's kind of like how he made the video on me, right? The slander piece he put on me where he manipulated clips and took things out, you know, kind of like you. I wouldn't say you manipulated anything, but you didn't give full context to the comment and you only read one thing off. And then you just claimed that JesssFam didn't understand. That's why she liked it, but then she deleted it. But DCP took things out of context for that video. So you kind of took something out of context, or like you pushed a narrative or whatever, right? And look, I'm not saying that you're like DCP because I don't believe that, but by your logic, you would be more like DCP than we are.
It's no different in my opinion. Please go check out the photo.
Go check out the photo, guys. She's leading people to the photo.
Description box, and I am comfortable doing that because I know she's wearing clothes. I know she is. I can tell. The only reason I'm not posting it on my video is because I don't want people to mass report me.
But she wants me to show it on my video.
Like all of the haters and stuff, and like YouTube get confused or something. I don't know. So just to be safe, I'm putting it in the description. You can go look for yourself. She is wearing clothes. I am still working on my anti-MLM video. Don't worry. I promise you guys that will come.
Oh, so wait a second. You're making an anti-MLM video. Majority of like MLMers are moms who work from home. They're mothers. They have children. So what if one of those kids see your video that you're making on these MLMers? Do you know their mom? What's that going to do for them? What if somebody sees your video, Marissa, and goes, I know that lady. That's so-and-so's mother. And then they go bully that girl because they find out that her mom takes advantage of people. I mean, that's the reality of your words. That can happen, right? But you're going to make an anti-MLM video because you think it's shitty, right? You're going to place judgment on people you think are bad without consideration of what it can do to their children. So you would be doing more harm than good, right? Understand that your logic makes no sense at all. And it applies to you so much more than it applies to me because you're the one pushing it. I don't even believe in your logic. But again, it does make you look very, very contradictive and very hypocritical.